Hello, my name is Bailey Carr, and today I'll be presenting on the Roman general Manius Curius Dentatus. So not much is known about his early life or his origins, aside from him being born into a plebeian family and his family members being from Samnia. He was also given the cognomen Dentatus, or having teeth, because when he was born, he is said to have a full set of teeth in his mouth already. He was also very noble, and many people consider him an incorruptible politician in Rome because he was not easily persuaded by bribery. Some of Dentatus's notable political achievements include him being a member of the Tribune of the Plebs between 298 to 291 BCE. During his time as being a member of the Tribune of the Plebs, he thwarted efforts by the interrex Appius Claudius Caecus to keep plebeian candidates out of the consular elections. What this means is that the plebeians really didn't have much say if he were able to go through on his efforts, but luckily Dentatus stopped this because much of Rome's history may be altered if plebeians weren't allowed to run for consulship, because a lot of the working class or the plebeians would not have their opinions and voices heard, and reforms would fail to be made. He also served time as a consul in 290 BC up until 275 BC in multiple different consulships. During his first one, he, in conjunction with P. Cornelius Rufinus, gained a decisive victory over the Samnites, which put an end to a 50-year war. With the spoils of this war, Dentatus made a project to cut an artificial channel to carry waters away from Lake Velinus, which drained the valley of Rheict. He also filled the praetorship of L. Caecilius Metellus Denter after he passed away, and during his time as a praetor, he ran the Gauls out of their territory and was able to set up a colony at Senna. And in 275 BCE, Dentatus fought Pyrrhus in the Battle of Beneventum, where Pyrrhus was forced out of Italy, marking the end of the Pyrrhic Wars. After this battle, he held another consulship where he defeated the Lucani and earned an ovation, which was a form of Roman triumph where the general would wear a toga praetexa of a magistrate and also a wreath of myrrh, which was sacred to the god Venus, because Romans were very tied to their gods and culture. If you look at the picture on the right, that is an example of an ovation, which is one of Rome's triumphs, or basically a big celebration. And on the left is the wreath of myrrh that he wore during this. He was also a censor after all this, which means, he took part in the census of Rome. So, yeah. Some of his lasting impacts were he'd be idealized as a model for Roman simplicity and frugality, because he's very famously refused a bribe from the Samnites of money, and he said like his earthy meal of turnips was enough for him, and that he'd rather rule people that have gold rather than have it himself. So he's known to be very humble and frugal because he doesn't really need money. He also has various infrastructure projects that he worked on, such as building the he was planning to build an aqueduct with the spoils of the war he got. However, he died before it was seen through all the way, but it was finished by one of his fellow commissioners, Fulvius Flaccus. But he is generally known for being a humble general who will be remembered for his various military victories over the Pyrrhus, the Samnites, and the Sabines. Thank you very much. Here are my works cited. Thank you.